just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Indianapolis Colts.
Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
First carry now for Nick Chubb. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Mayfield and his Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. To throw, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mayfield looks to throw.
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker.
20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Play fake. Mayfield. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now Chubb running right. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Play action. Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second down, right back to Hines. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A give for Taylor running right side. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Isaiah McKenzie, 34 yards. And the Colts add on to their lead. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complimentary?
He's got a man complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Chubb will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Second and 8 coming up. They'll try the left side. Hines. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
from the gun on third down. Zimmerman. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
This is fielded at the 27. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And his throw is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Mayfield on play action. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep for the Colts, Nyheim Hines. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost found the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To the right side, this is Taylor. Taylor's got the 1st down and more. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. 78 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Hines again, and he takes it in for a Colts score. Nyheim Hines, excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Browns' drive about to get started. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And this is caught at the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Now it's 2nd and 9. They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Mayfield off the play fake. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku from 13 yards out. And the Browns get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And no thought of a return here for Hines. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Throwing on 1st down. Zimmerman. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Chubb on the counter. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Mayfield down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC Wildcard game. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
On second down, it's Hines, and he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now it's Hines. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were, and so possession will remain with Indy. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at half.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Second down, another run with Taylor. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. From the gun, Zimmerman. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll try the left side. Hines, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. Zimmerman. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Browns are going to get it back here just past the 35. So that'll change things a bit. 15 yards added on. Going to put them on the other side of midfield.
And add on a shake of the head defensively because he got caught where his hand wasn't supposed to be. And that cost him 15 yards.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Throwing, Mayfield. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. He's to the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Zimmerman. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Zimmerman. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now the Browns will use the 1st of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Joseph. And able to pick up the 1st across midfield to the 47. So great throw right there. And what a regular season this rookie had. Piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title. And they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out, just as they've been doing all year long, because I think if you try and pull it back now a little bit, you're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in him as you've professed. So go ahead.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And the Browns will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
On first down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mayfield. Flush to his right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this one is incomplete.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Back to throw. Zimmerman. Buying time to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Zimmerman. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They find some open field here. Escaping a tackler at the 25. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. 119 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time. Got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. The Browns going to roll on as we say so long, everybody. Thanks for watching. my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.